everybody, and welcome to this video on algebraic fractions. In this one here, we will be looking at mixed exercises, so that combine all of the different types of algebraic fractions questions. Now over here we have our first one. Please pause the video before each question and test it yourself before continuing playing it, and then we can mark it together. So let us have a look at the first one. We have 1 over x plus 3 minus 2 over x, 9 minus x squared. So this is the addition or subtraction of fractions, which from our previous video, we need to find our LCD. So our LCD, unfortunately in this form, we cannot find it. So let's just put one more step in where we factorize our denominator of the second term over there. So that you can easily identify as the difference of two squares, which factorizes into 3 minus x and 3 plus x. Okay, so now what we can do is find the LCD. We can see that this 3 plus x times 3 minus x is the LCD. So 3 minus x times 3 plus x. So we already have that this term is over x plus 3. So we have to multiply this by 3 minus x over 3 minus x. And you should realize that 3 plus x and x plus 3 is the same thing. So that's that part. So now let us write what we have. We have 1 times 3 minus x all over x plus 3 times 3 minus x minus 2. That's already over the LCD, so we don't have to do anything. Okay, so let's put it over the common LCD. So we get x plus 3 times 3 minus x. And then this here is 3 minus x minus 2. If we simplify this, it becomes 1 minus x all over x plus 3 times 3 minus x. If you wanted to, I guess you could multiply the denominator again as 9 minus x squared. And that's the simplified form of our first question. Okay, let's have a look at the next one. Wow, another addition one and subtraction one, and this one here is quite long. Okay, so the key to this is to do it step by step and to concentrate. Okay, so first let's go ahead and simplify what we have. So I'm going to factorize wherever I can, as much as I can, and then see what I have left. So I'm going to factorize a 5a out of the numerator over here. And what I'm going to be left with is 1 minus b. And then in the denominator, it's a trinomial factoring. So I'm looking for the factors of 2 and 3 that give us plus b. So 2b times b. Then write the factors of the last term. That's 3b. That's 2b. We want a plus b. So we need a plus 3b and a minus 2b. We put a minus there and a plus here. If you're unfamiliar with this technique, please watch our previous video where we go through it in a lot of detail. So it's 2b plus 3 and b minus 1. And that's that factorized. Minus, okay, I'm going to factorize the 2 out of the numerator over here. So we have 3 plus 2b. And in the denominator, I'm going to factorize a 5 out. So I'm going to have 5, and it's going to become b squared plus 2b plus 1 minus, and here I'm going to take out a 2a. I'm going to be left with 1 plus 2b all over, and then here I'm going to take out, well, we have to factorize the factors of 2b and b. It's 2b squared, 1, so that's b, that's 2b, with the plus 3, so both of those should be plus. So our factors here should be 2b plus 1 and b plus 1. Okay. Let's continue. I just want to factorize this denominator over here. So I'm just going to rewrite everything. 5a times 1 minus b all over, actually on this step here, I see there's a b minus 1 and a 1 minus b. You see the signs are different. There's a little trick that we can do to make the signs the same. We can change the sign of the term in front and then the signs become the same. Okay? So if you change the sign of the term in front, you can swap the side of the sides of the brackets. Okay, this here I can see is a trinomial, which is b plus 1 times b plus 1. And this here is minus 2a times 1 plus 2b all over 2b plus 1 times b plus 1. Okay, now before I go and find the LCD, I can see there's some simplifications that can be made. So let's do that. So this b minus 1 cancels out with this b minus 1. And now you can see why I changed those signs. Is so that it does cancel out. Here there's nothing common. Okay. And here 1 plus 2b is the same as b plus 1. 2b plus 1. So those cancel out. So what am I left with? It's minus 5a all over 2b plus 3. Okay. Minus 2 times 2b plus 3. I'm just swapping it around. Like you can't do that because it's addition. Times 5b plus 1 times b plus 1 minus 2a over b plus 1. Okay, so now we can find what's the LCD. So after all of that, we can finally find out what's the LCD. The LCD between these terms, LCD, is 2b plus 3. And then we need a 5. So actually, let me put the 5 in the beginning because I like the 5s to not be in between brackets. So it's LCD, 5, 2b plus 3. And then we need 2b plus 1s. Okay, and that one already has b plus 1. So we've got between these, whatever's in the denominators, that's the LCD. That will go in, that all of these terms are divisible, but I mean, this is divisible by all of these terms. Okay, so now let us go ahead and do the multiplication for our LCD. So this one here, we're going to have to multiply. So this one's over 2b plus 3. So forgive me if I skip out the one step where we individually multiplied. I'm just going to go and write out the LCD because we already know that all of them will have the same. So this minus 5a, it was over this 2b plus 3. So we're going to have to multiply it with the remaining of the LCD, which is the 5 and the 2b plus 1s. Okay, so what we've done is we've multiplied by 5 and b plus 1 because it's already over b plus 3. Then this minus 2 times 2b plus 3 is already over 5, b plus 1, b plus 1. So we just need to multiply it by 2b plus 3. And then finally, this 2a, it's already over 1b plus 1. So we have to multiply it by 5. The 2b plus 3 and the other b plus 1. Okay, so make sure you've understood this step over here where we've multiplied it by the LCD. If you haven't, please watch our previous videos where we break up the steps into more details. Okay, now what's left for us is a whole lot of multiplication. So do it step by step and do FOIL and concentrate because there's nothing difficult about it. It just requires you to concentrate. So the 5a times the 5 is minus 25, minus 25a. And then we're going to FOIL this. So it's b squared plus b plus b plus 1 if we FOIL that. Okay, then minus 2, and this here is that bracket squared, so it's 4b squared. I'm FOILing it, plus 6b plus 6b plus 9. And then this here is minus 10a, and again I'm foiling it, 2b squared plus 2b plus 3b plus 3. If you don't understand what I'm saying when I'm saying I'm foiling it, please watch our previous videos on products where we go through exactly what is this foiling I'm referring to. Okay, and it's over our LCD, which is 5 times 2b plus 3 times b plus 1 times b plus 1. Okay, so now let us simplify these ones in the brackets. So this is minus 25a. I'm going to simplify the brackets before I distribute, because it just gives me less to distribute to. So this here is b squared plus 2b plus 1 minus 2 times 4b squared plus 12b plus 9. And this is minus 10 times 2b squared plus 5b plus 3. Okay, all over 5, 2b plus 3 times b plus 1 times b plus 1. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to distribute this to each of the terms inside the brackets using our distributive law. Okay, so let us do that. This here becomes minus 25ab squared minus 50ab minus 25a. Okay, so I've multiplied the 25 with each term in that bracket. This becomes minus 8b squared minus 24b minus 18. So again, I've distributed that 2 with each term inside. Is it a missing there? Okay, so then this here becomes minus 20ab squared minus 50ab minus 30a. Okay, and that's all over the LCD. Okay, so now let's group our like terms. So here's a 25ab squared minus 25ab squared minus another 25ab squared is minus 45ab squared. Okay, here's a minus 50ab and another minus 50ab, which will give us a minus 100ab. Here is a minus 25a minus 30a, which gives us a minus 55a. And then what else do we have? These terms aren't like any of the others, so we can just write them out as minus 8b squared minus 24b minus 18 all over that LCD of ours. Okay, and that looks like the most simplified form, unless there's some grouping that we can do. 2, 4, 6. Okay, let's leave it in this form. I think I have tortured you enough with this particular example. Okay, so I just want to go over it, the steps at least, so you remember. So the first step was to simplify. Simplify as much as possible because that will make your following steps a lot easier. Although it looks like a really long sum, it is easier because of that simplification. Once we have it in a simplified form, we can go ahead and find the LCD. Once we have the LCD, we multiply through by the LCD. We then use our products to simplify the numerator, and then we can simplify further if the question allows us to. Okay, so we're going to start with that question. Please remember the steps, take it step by step. Make sure your fundamental concepts are well known. So your products and your factorizing are very important skills to know before before attempting this. Please watch our next video on algebraic fractions exercises so you can have even more practice. Thank you.